very much. Thank you very much, Captain Romy Salye, for the very kind introduction, the Chief Pilot of the Manila Bay Harbor Pilots Partnership, and my kababayan in Barangay BF, in BF Homes itself. And thank you so much for being so persistent in inviting me, even following me during a mass outside the BF. Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. Hindi ko rin alam na dito pala sa Manila Bay Harbor Pilots Partnership, one has to earn his dinner first. So, kailangan magsalita muna bago kumain. At kayo naman, kailangan makinig muna kayo bago kumain. Kabla lang tayo. My greetings also to the other officers of your partnership to be inducted this evening. Of course, Captain Roilo Golez, Alternate Chief Pilot Captain Narciso Maputo, Secretary Treasurer Captain Elmer Magallanes, Assistant Secretary Treasurer Captain Tadeo Hablado, Auditor Captain Wilhelmino Suban, the Board of Directors Captain Artemio Lagcarnia, Captain Andres Momongan Jr., Captain Carmelito Bondo, Captain Nelson Caeta, and Captain Albert Kempis, and of course the other partners. I would like to make special mention of a very good friend. We go back a long way in BF Homes. In fact, I got to know the father first. Mas nauna ko nakilala yung tatay niya during my stint as Deputy Administrator of the Maritime Industry Authority, and I'm speaking, of course, of Eric Marquez there, the son of Congressman Marquez, the late Congressman Marquez. They're pillars of the maritime industry. I don't belong anymore to the maritime industry, to the shipping sector, having decided to pursue a career outside the maritime sector. For a while, I thought that I was going towards this direction in view of my educational background, having graduated from the US Naval Academy at Annapolis many years ago. But today, the family still belongs to the shipping and Navy sector. My brother is now the flag officer in command of the Philippine Navy, Vice Admiral Ferdinand Golez, so that is a link to the maritime industry. And I have a brother-in-law who is the Chief Legal Counsel of the Philippine Ports Authority. This is Attorney Dave Simon. Probably every now and then you would get to encounter Attorney Dave Simon, who's married to my sister, Amelita Golez Simon. So I still cannot get out of the maritime sector. I also happen to be the author of a bill that I know is of great concern to you. This is the regulation of the harbor pilot industry. But I would like to assure you that while it has not been taken up yet in a very deep way in the Committee on Transportation, I would like to assure you that in the deliberation of this bill, all your views, all your points, all your ideas and all your observations are going to be taken very seriously and considered. This is the assurance of Congressman Roilo Golez as the principal author of this bill. I also remember as a Navy man the importance of pilots. Of course, the Navy officers, lalo na yung mga sea-going Navy officers would like to believe that we can do as well as the pilots also, especially in ports that are not that difficult and not that complicated. For example, even as a young Navy officer, a new graduate of Naval Academy, I had the privilege and the opportunity to have the con of a Navy ship, a major Navy ship, when entering such ports as Cagayan de Oro, Puerto Princesa, Manila Bay, the very tricky yacht basin of the Philippine Navy, Osamis, Davao, Tacloban, San Fernando, and La Union. But I have to admit that there are some areas that are a little tricky, like for example, the old port of Iloilo is quite tricky. I remember also, and this is where I really developed a grudging respect for the pilots, when our Navy ship traversed the San Juanico Strait, and we need the pilot for that. It was a nerve-wracking experience for me. Of course, I was not the commanding officer, but I was on the bridge throughout that very tricky maneuver along the San Juanico Strait. I don't know if any of you here is qualified to be a pilot in San... Meron bang pilot ng San Juanico Strait dito? Yan siguro ang pinakamahirap na, I don't know, captain. Yan siguro sa pinakamahirap na lugar para mag-pilot yung San Juanico Strait. Because there are other tricky areas in the Philippines. I remember also I did a little piloting because I had several experiences in going to the Spratlys, and when we had a new commanding officer, since I was one of the most experienced in traversing that area, practically almost uncharted. We just go by memory. I was the one piloting the new commanding officer, and I was so happy that the commanding officer trusted me. Even when looking at rocks that were visible, the bottom that were visible, and I had to go by my instinct also. Kaya sabi ko siguro, pag sinwerte ako, baka maging pilot din ako, pag alis ng Philippine Navy. But of course, hindi nangyari yan, no? But ladies and gentlemen, I would not want to delve too much on the maritime sector, because there are two aspects that will affect all of us, whether we are pilots, whether we are shipping magnates like Eric Marquez here, or we are in the real estate or whatever businesses we are in. I would like to talk very quickly and very shortly about two areas that will affect us, especially in the coming months. The first is the economy, and the second would be politics. In fact, these are two areas that are interconnected. The economy will affect politics, and politics will affect the economy. Now, what is the economic